Let's see if we still got the magic, Will.
It's kind of been a while.
It has. Welcome back to the Wilkies and Brandon Perna live. Nope, not live. Podcast. Sorta. What do we do, Will?
I forget how this goes entirely.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're back. Football season is approaching. You might not know, I have a second YouTube channel called That's Good Broncos, where Will and I used to podcast or do a show once a week, roughly, talking Broncos football. And we've been on hiatus and have decided to return to the main channel, to That's Good Sports here. Will and I will probably be live every week after the Broncos games to recap those live. And we got to get back. We got to get some reps. We got to get our preseason work in. So we're recording a podcast today. We're going to talk about some of the season stat total predictions through Underdog. We were going to pick for the Broncos first preseason, but they're not available yet. But we can look at a lot of different players. Jamar Chase. Over higher or lower on 9.5 touchdowns. I got
You
Christian
almost said the
McCaffrey,
naughty word.
Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of look at some of these guys, pick some stat totals, talk about the NFL, talk about what we're looking forward to, and talk a little bit about the Broncos, kind of what we want to see. We got to wait really until preseason week 2 for Bo Nix to get the start. Jarrett Stidham starting tomorrow in Indy. Bo will run with the second team. He might play a little longer actually tomorrow because of that, but I don't know. We'll see. But I really don't want to spend too much time on the Broncos until, one, we've actually watched them play, because everything is bullshit until you see them play, and 2, until we actually get to see Bo Nix start. You got any thoughts? Anything from Broncos training camp world? Any players you got your eye on? Anything that is pulling at your heartstrings, milking your prostate, as football will do from time to time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously the big one is Bo Nix, and it seems like he started out, I don't want to say slow, because it's hard to accuse a rookie of starting slow. That's just kind of what they do when they're first picking up the offense. But he picked it up pretty quickly, by all accounts. I don't know if you saw his training camp stats, but they were off the charts.
Your favorite thing, right? Training camp stats?
Yeah, I think we should start giving out PFF grades too for training camp.
Yeah, for training camp practices.
Yeah, I love stats in football where they don't tackle. And occasionally it's just 7 guys on either side of the ball.
The most meaningful stats, a lot of people say.
Yeah. But apparently another guy who's looking really good is Devon Vele.
Oh, yeah.
Who I think was a 6th or 7th rounder and is, I want to say, like 27.
Oh, because he was from Utah?
Yeah, everybody in Utah is just older because
they got to do a 4-year Mormon mission. Is that what happens?
No, they're born at the age of 3 or 4 generally.
Oh, they're born at 3. Yeah. They keep them in the womb there longer.
Yeah.
That's pretty tight.
But they start the clock at 9 months, and then No, I think it is a Mormon. I don't know, but he's older. So he's got to be good right away, and it looks like he might be. Yeah,
I'm trying to find his highlight. So, okay, fuck it. I'll use MLF Football's video here.
Jesus
Christ. But yeah, he had like this insane like one-handed grab, bam, right there in practice. So that got some attention this week. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I just want to watch it one more time. Was that Stids throwing? Does Stids wear 8? Who's 8?
Let me see it one more time. Yeah, 8 is Stidham.
Okay.
He changed his number.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
Please don't change your numbers, guys.
Guys have changed their
me.
numbers every year now.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's really annoying.
Yeah. Used to be you'd have to pay for like all the excess jerseys when you change numbers, but
not anymore.
The liberals have ruined another great thing about football.
Is that a liberal agenda?
That's the woke agenda, yeah.
The woke liberal agenda.
Sorry. Let's keep politics out of this.
Actually, it's the woke liberal alt-right agenda.
Yeah.
If we tie all three of them together, like nobody can say we have a stance or an opinion on anything.
It's horseshoe theory.
I'm sick of the liberal alt-right, dude.
The lib-right is really getting on my nerves.
The lib-right, it's really annoying, dude. All their politics and propaganda and truth.
Sorry for my foot making it into the frame there. Good thing I'm wearing socks.
Yeah,
it's the worst angle possible.
Yeah. All right, just so everybody knows, Will's in my basement with me. I'm looking.
Yeah, we're probably 15
feet away. I'd say 16. He's sitting in front of my Notre Dame sign that Jess's uncle sent to me. I got a signed Damari Mathis jersey right there. Underneath that, a signed Drew Lock jersey. So we are living it.
Got the setup. I'm sleeping about another 12 feet away on an air mattress. Actually pretty comfortable.
It's nice. We're living the dream.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned Vele. I'm rooting for him just so I can say Vele. But the number 2 wide receiver spot's really open. And all the depth outside of Cortland Sutton is completely open. Which makes that interesting because you've got Mims, you got Troy Franklin, you've got Tim Patrick coming back from back-to-back year-long injuries. Who else is on the depth chart competing there?
Josh Reynolds.
Josh Reynolds that they brought in from Detroit.
I feel like he's just going to see a lot of snaps regardless.
Yeah. Lil Jordan Humphrey,
LJ,
Philip Dorsett, Jalen Virgil. They got Michael Bandy listed. Wasn't he a running back?
Michael Bandy?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of
Tyler Batty. Yeah. Bandy and Batty. I'm mixing Bandy and Batty up. All right. But I was gonna say, like, I'm really curious to watch Audric Estime this preseason.
Absolutely.
He's listed 3 on the depth chart right now. Javonte Williams, number 1. Javonte lost some weight, dropped some weight. He looks a little more explosive, according to Sean Payton, who forced him to lose weight. I guess that's body shaming, but happy to see maybe Javonte 2 years removed from his injury. I'm really excited about the running backs with Williams, Estime, and McLaughlin. It's like we got 2 power backs and then your change of pace, speed dude, and Jaleel McLaughlin, who from everything we see on Twitter is having like a great camp. So, and like we talked about in the prediction episode that we did for our bold predictions, we really like the Broncos offensive line. Little underrated. Hopefully the running game looks a little bit better to kind of match, I think, what the offensive line did last year. I think the running game was a little pedestrian because teams didn't fear a consistent pass attack from Mr. Unlimited. So hopefully a little more like efficient on-time passing opens up the running game because I'm a little excited about the running backs.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably something where guys like Javonte and Audric Estime are waiting so patiently for that first preseason game because they're not speed guys like McLaughlin, and you don't really get to see what they have or what they bring to the table until they can go against full contact. And you just don't. It's hard to evaluate running backs before the preseason. I also want to see Blake Watson. I think he's an undrafted rookie out of Memphis, I want to say. Could have that wrong.
Let's see here. Blakey Watson. Yep, Memphis.
Okay, right again. But that it's an interesting competition because you can only keep so many guys.
Yeah, it's 3-4 max. Like,
I would say, generally you're going to keep 3. Excuse me.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Dick in my throat. You're just go talk. I need to clear out.
Oh God, Will been inhaling dicks.
There's asbestos down here.
Yeah, I did ask for extra asbestos before you arrived, so
should have saved that Topo Chico.
Yeah, and usually you keep a guy on the practice squad. We've got Samaje Perine, who's probably going to be a casualty.
Maybe. I mean, I think his value is just kind of hidden until you really need him.
Yeah, but I think you're hoping like Javonte can do everything you would want Samaje to do. And it's essentially what we saw Perine do a lot last year was catch passes late in games out of the backfield for Russ. And I don't want to get rid of Samaje Perine. I want to make that very clear. I love him. I love his beard. I was happy when the Broncos signed him. But yeah, it's just there's a lot. I think it's going to be one of the toughest position groups to whittle down for Sean Payton.
Yeah, you have a lot of options and not a lead guy.
Yeah, you haven't had like a dude who you're like, this is going to be a 1,500-yard running back every year for us.
No, it's going to be committee, and I don't know, maybe Estime does emerge as that guy, but seems like it's going to be situational to start.
I do like the idea of our running game just fucking wearing down defenses, especially early in the season at altitude. Like it could be, it's an advantage. It's a safety blanket for Bo Nix. It's like if your quarterback can hand off 30 times a game as a rookie and they can get, 4 yards of carry in that time versus like last year, it felt like every run was 2.9 yards. I felt like last season.
Right.
So I think it's going to be really important to his development this year and the offensive success. And I'm cautiously optimistic about the Broncos offense this year. Defense, I feel like coin flip.
Yeah.
There's too many question marks. You got Pat Surtain. We both love John Franklin Myers coming over from the Jets. That was a really nice pickup in the draft. Zach Allen played well last year. We've seen DJ Jones play well, but it's like your edge, Baron Browning, Jonathan Cooper. Hopefully they're consistent and play to their flashes more frequently. And the secondary outside of Surtain, like there's guys that I think as Broncos fans we like and we give credit to, but I don't think anybody's looking at this defense from the outside and going, oh yeah, they're going to be a problem. And it's not to say that these guys can't develop and there's not like young talent there, but I have to see it, and I'm not getting like super excited about it until I do.
Yeah, it's also their first season without Justin Simmons.
Yes.
Which I don't know how much like a deep safety really impacts the defense anymore. Because I'm fucked, dude.
You need some water? Do you need another topo?
Yeah, you want to pause it?
Go get your topo.
You're going to pause it?
Well, I can't just pause the recording. Actually, wait, I can.
Yeah, you can. What are you
Resume. Cool. Well, we did learn that we could pause the recording here, which I did not know. Will fix the tickle in his throat. We'll talk more about Broncos Colts after the game tomorrow, after we see some stuff. Everything is projection. But I think we hit on the two key parts. It's wide receiver depth and the running backs. That's what I'm most interested in seeing, outside of obviously our quarterback.
Yeah, I mean that's always gonna be number one. I want to see who takes cornerback too. Also, that feels pretty important.
Oh, CB2. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we got right now. Oh, they moved Riley Moss there on the depth chart ahead of Damari Mathis, and then you got Jaquan McMillan. Oh yeah, I guess the other thing we could talk about is they released Caden Stearns. And
right.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Stearns, and then they released him on a failed physical. So I think there's injury concerns still with Caden Stearns, and that's why Denver released him. It's obviously been a part of his story too.
Yeah, got really unlucky. Just good player when he's on the field. Kind of a ball hawk, but unfortunate. It was supposed to be Simmons and Stearns, and
yeah, now it's PJ Locke and Brandon Jones. So we'll see.
Things move quickly in the NFL, don't they?
Yeah. Brandon Jones, one of the few free agents the Broncos signed out of Miami.
Out of Miami, yeah.
Yeah, and until Vance Joseph convinces me he's a consistently good defensive coordinator, I cannot get too high on the Broncos defense.
Agreed.
That's just where I stand. Today's episode, Will, is sponsored by Underdog Freaking Fantasy. This is your disclaimer. Use my code, that's good, up in the corner. Got a QR code as well now. Obviously, we're trying to get to 10,000 signups at Underdog, because if that happens, they have to pay me $1 million. And if I get $1 million, guess who gets a raise? Will Keys. So don't do it for me.
Sure.
Do it for Will and Johnny Barks.
Do it for my family.
Who will get, I don't know, $25,000 bonuses if we hit it. That sounds small for $1 million, but I got to pay taxes on it first, Will, and then I'll see how much I have. Yeah, I do. I don't want to go to jail for IRS fraud.
Such a silly thing to go to jail for.
Yeah, as long as they put me in a white-collar prison, I'd be okay.
Yeah, it's like, what'd you do? I killed a guy. What about you? I didn't pay taxes. Yeah.
Okay, well, now I'm going to beat you up, tax nerd. We've been watching a little bit of preseason football. Jayden Daniels, nice throw immediately. Caleb Williams, nice throw immediately.
Yep.
We'll have a recap on the first week of preseason Monday. But I thought it'd be fun to maybe build a couple pick'em entries, looking at like some of these guys' projections for season-long stat totals. I already proved to have a better memory than Will. I said, oh, yeah, here we go, because it took me a minute to find it on Underdog. You have to go up to the NFL season, and then they have the season-long totals versus your week-to-week game totals. And he thought Josh Allen had 35 touchdowns last year. I was like, I think he only had like 28 or 29. I was right. And I only point that out because usually Will is right and I am wrong. So
yeah, broken clock, right? Twice a day.
Mm-hmm. But I currently feel like 27 and a half passing TDs for Josh Allen is low. So I like saying Allen's going to easily get 28 passing touchdowns.
I agree. I think he'll have 35.
Yeah. Because typically that's been more of his norm. And I know a lot of people are probably like, okay, well, he lost Stephon Diggs, so maybe that's why he's going to have less touchdown passes. 37, 36, 35, and then 29 last year.
Yeah, kind of the anomaly.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. I think they'll make up the production. I think he's got 2 tight end targets now that are like Dalton Kincaid in year 2. I think he's going to be better. And then I like Khalil Shakir. I like Keon Coleman that they brought in as a rookie. You've got Curtis Samuel there. Like maybe none of those guys have like 10 TDs each, but I like 5 different guys having 7 touchdowns for the Bills. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, I think they'll just kind of cobble something together. I also like the lower on rushing touchdowns, I think, for that same reason.
I don't even know if I can pick multiple for the same guy. I think we just pick one for each player.
Okay. Well, then I like higher there. 3,800 passing yards is awfully low for Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's had 45, 44, 42, 43.
Yeah, it feels like a layup.
Maybe that is more of a layup than the touchdowns. Okay, fair enough. We'll go 38. I think that's a easier play. You're right.
Agreed.
I don't want to pick Mahomes. Fuck him. I don't even want to win if he's good. You know what I mean?
We could do lower.
1,400 receiving yards. I don't like the super high ones, even for guys who are like that good.
Yeah, it makes me nervous because you get injured for 2 games and it's over.
Yeah. There we go. Does that help a little? Now I can see it all. There we go.
Yeah.
5.5 rushing touchdowns for Lamar. 3,400. 770 rushing yards. See, that's a little tricky with Derrick Henry coming in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. That feels like, that's a good line. Good job by Underdog there. I would take the lower on passing yards.
Lower than 34? Let's see here.
Yeah, he's usually kind of around low 3,000s, right?
Yeah, last year he had 3,600 passing yards in an MVP season.
Yeah.
5.5 rushing touchdowns seems low. I'm trying to look up his rushing touchdowns right now. Advanced passing, adjusted. There we go. Rushing. He only had 5 rushing touchdowns last year. 5, 3, 2, 7, 7, 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Josh Allen. They're kind of running him less.
Yeah. I might just stay away from Lamar.
Might be right. How many picks are we making?
As many. I think I can do 5 here. We'll find out.
Okay.
Christian, 11.5 rushing TDs. Rushing yards. They got at 1,175. Now, he had 1,400 last year. He was healthy.
Yeah, I think I like higher there. Well, yeah. I don't know. That's so tricky with running backs.
I kind of like it. We got Josh Allen. Let's go to, okay, there we go. That will get all that bull crap out of the way. Yeah, the only thing that stops McCaffrey from getting that is injury.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think they have another guy who's going to take his carries on that team. Yeah.
1,400 last year, 1,300 in 2019, 225, 442, 393, plus 7. Oh, that might, yeah. Last year might be a bit of an outlier for McCaffrey. I don't know. Fuck. These are tricky. He's 28. I'm going to stick with it. Joe Burrow, 28.5 passing touchdowns.
Depends. Again, is he going to stay healthy the whole season?
Yeah, I feel like he will. Let's see here.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, I think 29 is pretty reasonable.
Yeah, his 2 healthy seasons, 34, 35 TDs.
Yeah, I mean, T. Higgins is still there.
Bijan, 7.5 rushing touchdowns.
Give me the Uber.
Yeah, we like Bijan. That's a 20x. That's a scorcher pick. So scorcher pick means it's less likely to happen. But if you do hit it, you multiply your money. All right, so we got a scorcher in there. Love it.
Too spicy for me.
2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, Justin Herbert. Injuries. You scare me. Javonte Adams. That's tricky. CJ Stroud. Cooper Kupp, 6.5 touchdowns. That feels like a gimme.
Yeah.
Only thing, let's see here. What were his touchdowns last year? 5.
Yeah, he's hurt. It's kind of insane. Like, he's always been a good receiver, but that 2021 season was such a crazy anomaly.
Yeah.
With the 1,900 yards.
Yeah, 16 touchdowns in that season as well. He had 10 touchdowns in 2019, 3 in 2020, 6 in 2022, 5 last year. But he was hurt. Ooh, Jayden Daniels, 4.5 rushing TDs.
Already had one today.
Did he?
Yeah, first drive.
Yeah. I kind of like that one versus even Kupp.
I do too. Yeah, just as a young guy who's probably going to rely on his legs a little bit more.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. That's 5 picks. Standard. We're on 21 exit if we hit on this. $100. That's what I'm doing. Play. Can I do it? Confirm. Yes. We did it. I feel solid. Allen, McCaffrey, Burrow, Bijan, Jayden.
I think the chances we get all of these right are
100%.
I was going to say 99, but yeah, I think 100 is pretty good.
Cool. Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Tua. 25. Amon-Ra, 8. 1,200 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs. 375 receiving yards. Interesting. What was Gibbs? I'm going to look up Jahmyr Gibbs' receiving yards last year. I feel like he's going to be used more this year, but I could be wrong. 316. He had 316 last year, 52 receptions.
Yeah, I don't
know if he's going to have more than that.
I don't see it.
Ooh, how many touchdowns did Travis Kelce have last year?
I think
he had 5. Down from 12, 9, 11, 5. So they're saying 7.5, 950. Ooh. I feel like 950 is a little low. He had 984 last year. He wasn't healthy all year.
Is he going to get healthier, though, at age 34?
34. No, that's fair.
Same as his girlfriend, right?
I guess so.
I like Goff over for touchdowns. That's a good one. Or excuse me, higher. Jesus
God.
Christ.
It's never. Okay. That's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to find somebody who just like sticks out and you go, oh yeah, that's a nice deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like Goff there. Oh, I like Henry for 1,000 rushing yards.
You do you?
Yeah. I picked him to be the rushing leader. So yeah, I do. He's playing behind a better offensive line. I think he's going to get a lot of touches. Give me 1,000 yards on Derrick Henry. Do we double down? It would have to be
1,001 technically.
Okay, give me 1,001. 22 passing TDs for T-Law.
What about Laporta higher on 7.5 receiving touchdowns? Because if you're going to go higher on Goff,
yeah, you can double up.
Yeah,
and they had a Amon-Ra up here. But 1,200 yards, that's significant. I think he will get that, but
it's not a layup.
It's not a layup. Laporta feels like a layup. Sam Love.
Yeah.
Laporta. I want to see how many touchdowns. He had 10 TDs last year, so I agree. Now 5 rushing TDs for James Cook. Feels low, but I watched a little bit of the Bills line today. Did not like what I saw. I know it's a very premature thing to say.
Kyler, 22 touchdowns, passing touchdowns. If he's healthy the whole year, like that feels
pretty low.
Easy. Yeah.
I can dig that.
We'll bookmark that. Ayuk, doing lower with Ayuk would be pretty funny. Especially if he goes to the Steelers.
If he goes to the Steelers, lowers that's a really safe bet.
Yeah.
I think even Cortland Sutton last year, who was Russell Wilson's number one target, he had like less than 800 receiving yards.
Yeah.
But if he stays in San Francisco, then I think this is just a play you need to wait. You need to wait to see where he's at.
I agree. I think I don't know. I think there's a chance he could be lower wherever he is.
I think he'll be higher with the Niners. I'm not making that pick until I know. Ooh, 22 passing TDs for Stafford.
I like the higher for that and yards. I'm a big Stafford head.
Yeah. That's only 0.9. So that feels like they really think he's going to definitely get 22 or 23.
Guess what? So do I.
Yeah, that's why their Scorcher pick is lower at 1.1. Yeah. So that's how many can we do? 1, 2, 3. We got 4. Let's get one more. Oh, Watson. 19. I was going to say let's take the lower on Watson, but that's probably I feel
pretty low.
He'll have like 21 passing touchdowns. Ooh, I like it. Damn. If I knew for sure Herbert was going to be healthy all year, I think this is very low for Lad McConkey.
Agree.
I guess even if he is...
Someone's going to throw the ball to somebody on that team.
Yeah.
Ooh, McBride.
Dude, people are drafting Trey McBride very high in a lot of fantasy drafts. 800.
Did we take Dulcich over McBride, or was he already off the board?
I can't remember.
I think I'm just going to tell myself he was off the board.
Yeah,
feel a little bit better about things.
That's fair. Dang. Russ at 17.5. We just don't know if he'll play all season. You know what? I really like Lad. Let's just assume Herbert's going to fight through it. I think that seems low. Champions entry. We're going to go 101 in this one, baby.
Love it.
This payout's a little lower because I didn't have the Scorcher, but we're going to play it. Confirm. Cool. Those are fun.
Great job by Underdog. Make it very challenging.
We like a challenge here. Again, just make sure you use my code That's Good when you sign up. We got a link in the description. Obviously, there's a couple weeks of preseason left, so, you know, one of those picks could be ruined already if somebody gets hurt.
True.
It's probably a little smarter to do your season-long predictions, just like you draft your main fantasy teams kind of the week after preseason ends to give yourself the best chance. But I haven't done the season picks on here, and I wanted to do them because it just seemed like a fun thing to play. Underdog didn't tell me, like, you need to do that. I was just like, hey, Will, let's make some season picks because that looks fun. We're in a weird window where football is now here, but we're still kind of waiting for everything to start. And we'll see.
Waiting for our team. We'll be streaming the game tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to stream Broncos Colts, so make sure you come hang out with Will and I.
Yep. Not physically, but just tune in.
Just tune in. Watch us. Like us. Rate us. Don't say anything mean to us.
No.
Can't
handle it. I can't. I know that.
No. Who do you feel is going to look better tomorrow, Stidham or Nix? I'll just ask that question.
I think Nix. He's going to be playing against the twos for Indy. You would assume, right? Doesn't always line up like that. But yeah, I think Knicks.
Cool. I kind of agree.
I don't think anybody's gonna like light it up.
No, I think Stidham's going to look fine. I think Nix is going to look fine.
Stidham's always gonna look fine.
I think a lot of people are going to be watching for Zach Wilson too, because he'll play the majority of the game and he'll be going against like the threes. So he should look the best, actually.
Yeah, he should.
He should. I hope for his sake he does.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows?
Just glad football's back.
It's back. All right. Will and I are going to go drink beers now.
Yep.
Thank you guys for watching. There might be a slight echo. Obviously, that won't happen in the future because Will won't be in my basement. But if you heard the echo, if it is there, thank you for sticking around.
Thank you for hearing that.
Oh, wait. What was I had our new sign off. Oh, yeah. Because it was usually we'd sign off with John Elway played his entire career without an ACL. But before that, we had good night.
And good luck.
Yeah, but now you're going to say good night.
Good night.
And God bless Bo Nix.
There we go.
There it is.
That's
and
right.
God
That's
bless Bo fucking Nix. God better fucking bless him.
Nix.